as much as that meant to children walking past that building, going to school, back when my parents were walking to Booker T, Washington, that means the same to children right now. That they need to know a black man born in 1898 invested the money to buy this land and to build this building and to put his name out front. And it's in such a way that they can't even take it down. The name is still on the building today, even though the building has been closed the practice has been closed for many decades. I'm happy about the revitalization of Overtown. With that, we are welcoming other communities, people from other ethnic groups into Overtown. But I hope that we will always remember the contributions and the successes of African Americans within this community when they did it out of necessity, they did it out of sacrifice, they didn't know where it was going. They didn't know that when Judge Thomas came here as a young lawyer, he didn't know that he'd be successful. He did that, as a risk, but it turned out that it worked well. And so I just want us to be mindful of not only Judge Thomas, but all of the lawyers and judges who came before me, who made it possible for me, all of the educators who invested in African American children, encouraging them to try things that African Americans had been locked out of for so long. All of those educators at Dunbar Elementary and Phyllis Wheatley and at Douglas Elementary and at Booker T. Washington Junior Senior High School, thank God for them, for encouraging children and letting them know that they could aspire beyond what they could see with their eyes. And I hope that today, that people who live in Overtown or people who watch what we're producing today will think beyond what they can see with their eyes. Because that's what Judge Thomas did when he thought of a day when he would be a judge. He was envisioning something beyond what he could see then with his eyes. I think that we need to think about Judge Thomas, if not daily. We need to think about him weekly. We need to think about the other lawyers who've come before us and the sacrifices which were made. And I want us to also communicate to young lawyers that they too need to not just babysit this profession, not just enjoy the perks and benefits of being an African American lawyer, but also continue to push that envelope, continue to expand, continue to build upon what others have laid as a foundation for us. They did so much with so little, and we have so much. And what are we doing to push it forward? It is such an honor, even today. It's not commonplace in Miami-Dade County. We wish we had more young African American judges. We're actually very limited in the number of African American judges here on the bench. And so it's important that the work that they do encourages other young African Americans to be able to aspire to the bench, and also that those who maybe are serving at county court or circuit court, that, as I said, that they push the envelope, that they apply for federal bench, or that they apply to the district court positions, because just as Judge Thomas did the most with the least, now we have a whole lot. And those African American judges who have so much in their hand, they need to do the most with what they have.